Many people say that the days are just passing by and days feel short. Like you spend it 16 hours a day without sleeping because you sleep, assuming that you sleep for 8 hours, and the 16 hours feels more like 16 minutes. It all has to do with the fact that we don't make much of the memories. Our brain makes new memories. So when you do the repeated things like studying, for example, if you do the study of any subject, you study for fluid mechanics, then you study for environmental engineering. Both are completely different subject. But the thing is, the act was same. It was just to study. Maybe for initial first second days you will make a better memories, but for the rest of the days it becomes the same boring thing, and our brain don't record them, don't store those memories because it's the same boring thing. So your brain don't feel that importance to store it that properly, and that's the reason why we feel that the days are short. The more your brain stores the memory, the more you feel that the day is long. Now, this is a bit more complex to understand, but bear with me, I'll simplify it. So, in the day, when you just travel to a city, if you travel to a city for a week or any other place with friends or alone, you'll feel that the day is really big. On that day, you'll feel like you achieved greatly, you did so much things. It all has to do with the fact that your brain just made it more memories. Think about it. The last time when you traveled, did you feel that the day was a bit big? The reason why, as I said, is your brain, when you do the repeated things like the same job, the same business model, like recording videos on YouTube, you feel like the days are short. In reality, that's not the case. Many of us say it's illusion. It's not actually an illusion because it's real. It's just that it's not real in the physical world. It's a real in the mental brain, the brain world. So to solve this, what you actually need to do is not easy. It's going to cost a bit of money, not a lot. Hear me, what is it is. It's not any supplement or anything. You just need to make more memories. How do you make more memories is the question. The memories that you will be remembering. Now the memories don't have to be happy memories all the time. It could be the memories that you are not proud of, but you still feel that the day is long. That's one thing. Make memories, and the best way to make them is travel your own city. You can just travel barefoot, not barefoot actually, but without the bike or car, just travel your own city for a whole day. I actually did that for I traveled for 4 or 5 hours on foot with just water, backpack, a phone, bit of money, and I felt that the day was big. It is because my brain just made a new memory. So it's kind of like a folder. If you're watching this video and it's first January, let's say 5th January, your brain will make a folder named 5th January 2024. If let's say you're watching this video, then what will happen is that your brain will store the data on the folder, like the files. The more the size of a folder is in the GBs, if it's 16 GB, then you feel like your day, you just feel like a big day. If it's the 2 GB, then you'll feel like it's short. You feel like a day was 2 hours. So it depends on how much memories you made. If your brain made a new memories, the more size of the folder will increase. And this is what we need if you want to feel that you don't want to feel that the days are getting short, because it's kind of like a terrible experience. It has nothing to do with the age. Many people say it's just the age, but how old are you? If you are 22, 23, you know for a fact that you are not 66-year-old man. So how is it that for us who are young to feel what the old generation is feeling? It is not the disease, it's not the problem, it's not the brain damage, it's not the overuse of the brain. It all has to do with the fact that the older people don't make much of the memory. They just sit in the home, watch the TV, and when you do that, sit in the home, watch the TV. Even if you watch the new shows, like for example, you were watching some romantic movies yesterday, now you watch some action movies. It's still the same thing. It's the watching the movie, the act of watching the movie. You need to do the different acts, and that's when you stop feeling that the days are short. It has nothing to do with the age, it has nothing to do with the brain. All of us has the brain, all of our brain is with the same. The brain just has to do with the second thing, which is the attention span. If someone just put you inside a room and locked you, there's nothing in the room, is completely empty. There's only one, not even the windows in the room. It's like the complete room, one of those room that the prisoner might have. And on that room, if he just put you in that room, and all you have is just yourself, you'll feel that the time has passing slowly. An hour passed by and you feel like a day is passed by. Why? Is because we are constantly stimulating ourselves with the internet. So it reduces our attention span. The lower your attention span, realize it, the lower your attention span is, the more you feel that the days are passing by fast, because your brain is used to that constant speed of the internet. And in real life, everything is real life, real time. You could have felt it that the things happen in the movies are way more faster than they happen in real life. Just many movies you could have watched. It all had to do with the same thing, that our attention span is bad. The lower your attention span has, the worse it will be for other areas of life. But for this video, I'll say the more you'll feel that the days are passing by very quickly. So you need to improve your attention span. For that, there are many things you can do, but basically, the 80-20 rule for this could be, don't consume any type of videos which are 1 minute short, and stop watching the YouTubers which has too many editings. If he's a good YouTuber that which continues adding value to your life, but he's highly editing his video, what you can do is just turn off the screen. If you're having the YouTube Premium, you can just do that easily and just listen to his voice, or just put the phone down and just listen to his voice so that you don't have to see the screen. That's one of the things you can do for the attention span. And as I said, for the memories, you need to actually physically travel. And is this a problem that is worth fixing? You may be wondering that, yeah, is it even worth it to fix all of this in the first place? The reason why it is worth it is because you'll go from your 30s to your 50s like a bullet train, like an aeroplane. You'll go really quick, and when that happens, life really hits you real badly. The depression comes, all the things happens. You become more sad because the less memories you have, it does something to here in the brain. It tells your brain that we didn't live much, and your brain doesn't like that we did not live as much, and that's the reason why you actually start feeling more sad. Sometimes people have the depression and they are sad. They just sat down and they feel like, when you just go and ask them, why are you sad, they're like, I don't know, man. I don't know, just feel sad. Or did something happen? Did your something happen to your parents? Just some girl just broke up with you? No, I'm fine, man, but I just feel sad. Why? Now you know that why. Because he doesn't have enough memories. So this is one of the reasons why the people who have actual genuine high quality friends, which are hard to find these days, they're as hard to find as the organic eggs in my area. Maybe not organic eggs, but anyway, organic. Well, right. It's not that hard to find organic eggs as much as it is to find the organic friends, I guess. So you need to find these like-minded individuals, and if you're in the school and college, it would be easy, because in a job place it gets harder. And one of the ways to do that is just go to some place where there's a lot of people gathered up in there. Like parks are the great places which are free. You can go there. Some parks requires you to pay. You have to see that for yourself and find the people who are like-minded. This is written as about just social skills and stuff. What it does is it makes a intelligence house. What the hell is that? Well, when a lot of like-minded people gather up in the same place to work on a mission, that's when you call a growth house or an intelligence house. So many of these people are gathered up in the one single place. They are all working on their own business, learning new skills, having the stories to share. What that does is it helps to make new memories. Even if you are doing the same thing, for example, writing down an assignment, if you write it down with a friend and you just talk a bit about some funny things about the classes and how the teacher has given you too many assignments and things, and making fun of some people, you'll know that that's the one where you have more enjoyment, and that's the one where you have made it more memories. So you need to have this greenhouse. It's the same thing in the military concept as well, that in the military they have this in the form of the team, like the platoon. They used to call it platoon, I guess. So many of the soldiers just gather up in the one place for their mission. So you kind of needed that in real life, which is the hardest to get. So you can focus on the first two things that I taught you, and the days won't feel short anymore. They will feel like how we should be feeling. The reason why it wasn't a problem for the generation before the World War, or even before that, when there was a kings and queens time, because we didn't have these repeated jobs as much as we have now. Even back then, if the job was repeatedly doing the same things, you had to be outside of your house and be at the physical location, and not staring at the same thing, not staring at the computer doing the same thing. So that's the reason why there was one generation which didn't know this thing existed. And this is a disease. It's just that it's has to do with the mental disease. It's not talked about in medical field. And when it gets talked about, just like the depression wasn't actually a disease, Depression was not talked about in the medical field. It just that when it becomes severe problem, it came out, and there are now a lot of drugs for the anti-depression drugs and all that things. Ever thought that back in those days, the people could have thought depression is just a bullshit. It's not real. Now in the days, we accept that depression is real. It's a big problem, and we have the medicines for that. It's the same thing that will happen with this disease, this mental disease of time passing by too quickly. Just wait for a few years and you'll see some medicines for that. Maybe some countries might already have that. So I don't think those medicines will fix you, because it's just that they'll treat the symptom, but they don't treat the main cause, main disease, which is that your lifestyle is in a certain way. You need to fix that for yourself. And if you found any value from this video, then do subscribe and see you in the next one.